Hey there, I am Veronica Isles. I'm so excited to be with you today. And I hope that you are joining me live. If you are not joining me live and you want to join me live for the next show, do subscribe, hit that bell icon. YouTube will be generous enough to let you know. I did announce this secret link earlier this morning on my inner circle. So if you are not a part of the inner circle, you might consider joining. I do give away like 50%, 60% off coupon codes on top of already sale items. So it is the place to be. Okay. Hi, Sergio. Thank you for being the first one here. Okay, so I'm going to be answering as many questions as I possibly can, helping as many people as I possibly can. The theme of today is to get someone to do exactly what you want, which is all about changing you, not changing them. So that's the interesting part, is that you can actually have people in your life show up any way you want, but you have to change yourself so that they can reflect something new back at you. Okay, there is a coaching course that is premiering today. And if you already enrolled and you haven't gotten your email yet, it's because I haven't sent it out yet. I will be sending those out within the next few hours and answering your coaching questions. It is a coaching course. The link is below. Today is the last day to enroll, and this may be my last ever email coaching program. So keep that in mind. It will at least be for this particular course. Let's see. The link is below. Today is the last day to enroll. I think 11:59 Pacific time is when it expires. And I'll be taking, down the order link sometime after then. If you did not ask a coaching question yet, you will not be getting a lesson, because I only send lessons when I receive a coaching question. So make sure that you do actually do that. Quanster manifested $800 by letting go. I love that. I had to say that because I'm sure there's lots of you that want to manifest money. All right, we are actually going to start the show by a question I received on a comment, actually. But before I do that, let's see. Studywithveronica.com is the free course. And coaching calls, I think there's a link for that below. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Get someone to do exactly what you want. It is a self-study course as well. In fact, after enrollment for the coaching portion discontinues today, it will be available as a self-study course. I am offering it at pre-sale for only $95. The secret link, because it's not on my website, is below for that. It will end up selling for like $3.99. So if you do sign up on the pre-sale, you get to save $300. All right. So here is the comment that I received, and I just thought that the question just could apply to a lot of people. So she basically said, I don't know what to do at this point. So she sent him messages yesterday, this guy that I guess is ignoring her. He hasn't read them. She tried affirming that he wants to talk to her. So she tried in her mind to affirm what she wanted. But the problem she is having is that, okay, she said, but my real feelings are he doesn't. Okay, so basically the problem is she tries affirming that he wants to talk to her, but her real feelings inside are the idea that he doesn't want to talk to her. So she's kind of battling this. And I think that this applies to a lot of people. She says, I can't shift it. So she's having a really hard time shifting to a positive assumption. Okay. So, for all of you right now that are struggling with a circumstance in your life and it feels nearly impossible to shift to a positive assumption, let's take the example of someone giving you displeasing behavior. Maybe they're ignoring you. Maybe they're ghosting you. Maybe they need to apologize to you. There's a frustration, someone in your life or relationship that isn't working. You want them to do something. But when you try affirming that, it feels nearly impossible because you hear a voice in your mind that is like, well, that's not what's going to happen. You're an idiot for thinking that. The voice of resistance. Okay, so if you want to fix a relationship ASAP, and this especially goes for this person who commented, I did respond to her comment, but I want to respond to it here as well. Basically, the best thing that you can do in a situation like this where it feels impossible is to first kind of hit the light switch, hit the off button on the negative assumptions. So, this idea that what you don't want to have happen is going to continually play out in your life. The future is not yet written. Yes, that's what's happening right now. Yes, right now this person is ignoring you. Yes, right now this person is giving you displeasing behavior. Is that what has to happen in the future? Well, no. So what we do is we basically stop reinforcing the thing we don't want. So we don't necessarily implement the thing we do want, like affirm the thing we do want. If we could just stop reinforcing or stop affirming the thing we don't want, we can actually by default manifest a solution. So you don't necessarily have to believe in the positive solution. All you need to do is minimize the reinforcement of the negative. That's it. So you kind of hit the light switch off. You stop arguing with this person in your mind. You stop replaying the fact that that he doesn't want to reach out or he doesn't want to talk to you or he's going to continually disappoint you. I'm just using this person as an example. So if you want someone to do something they're not currently doing, let's stop reinforcing the behavior that we don't want and stop seeing that as a permanent fixture in your life. Yes, that is what's happening now. And I do not suggest to pretend like it's not happening right now because that's going to cause resistance within you. That's going to make you feel weird and kind of like you're lying to yourself or wishful thinking. It's going to feel not natural. So accept, yes, that's what's happening right now. Yes, that is what has happened before in the past. Is that what has to happen in the future? Well, no. And at least just pose the suggestion that it stands to reason that that doesn't necessarily have to continue to play out in the future. Okay. Crazy Jazzy, because my Jazzy is actually crazy too. She is crazy. Okay, so let's go to the start. Let's answer as many questions as possible. Sergio Garcia Martinez, hello. Hello to you. Michelle, hello. Smiley face from Sergio. Okay. Again, Sergio first. Geez, yes, you really were. Quanster, hello. Stacy Laura, hi there. Luna. I actually named another kitten Luna too. This is weird. It's like all these kitten names. Alexita unfortunately retracted the message, but thank you for being here, or maybe you were here. Quanster, I manifested $800 by letting go. Let's all do this. Let's manifest $8,000, $800,000, $80, 8,000. Let's just manifest money. I set the intention that everyone watching this show right now is going to manifest unexpected money. I'm going to as well by the time this show is done. So I set that challenge. Leave a comment below if you manifested it. The manifesting challenge helped. Thanks. Okay. Gina, hello. Hello, Gina. How do I physically manifest someone I have manifested texting me? Okay. So I am assuming you want them in your life. You manifested them texting you. So, texting and having them in your life in a different way. There's really no difference. Remember, the universe, the God within you, creative source, it doesn't know the difference. Kind of like the example of $800, $800,000. It's all the same. It's all just different experiences. There is no, you can have this or you can't have this. The God within you will bring about any result. So what do you want with this person? What would you prefer? And are you reinforcing the opposite right now? So, you hear all about affirming the things you want. What about just stop affirming the things you don't want? Can we just do that? Isn't that just a lot easier? And it sort of gives yourself a break. Like if you're constantly affirming the things you want, I'm not saying you can't do this. Just saying it's not really necessary to do that over and over and over again. But what is necessary is to stop reaffirming the things we don't want. And you don't really do that by covering up the things you don't want. You do that by mindfully being aware of when you are affirming the things you don't want and then being like, why did I do that? Maybe I should stop putting so much faith in that idea or just recognize it in general because a lot of times it can be on repeat in the back of your mind. And if you just notice it, so many times when we learn about manifesting, we're afraid to notice the negative things. Just notice it so it can no longer be scary and sort of trying to sneak by you. I had a question. Okay, Alexita, should I keep affirming when I see the opposite? No. Okay. You are abundance, perfection, light, love, just all of the amazingness in the world. So if you are currently seeing the opposite, We want to admit that it stands to reason that this won't last forever. This unwanted circumstance is the opposite you are seeing. I don't know why I just did quotes. But whatever it is that you are seeing, it stands to reason that this is a temporary circumstance. Temporary. We tend to get all fired up like, oh my God, it's permanent. Temporary. A lot of times things just fix themselves because life, think about it, like life is in constant movement and change. So everything really is, moving, changing. If you are abundance, perfection, light, and love, then of course it's going to resolve. So if you are seeing the opposite, open yourself up and be like, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow? How can I better use this situation for my growth and evolvement? Very calmly ask this question, then listen for your higher self to answer. It will most likely give you a nudge in the right direction. Ooh, do this, or maybe it's to learn this. Or maybe it's to forgive this from my past, or maybe it's to level up in this way. Do it, and I bet you anything, the opposite will stop persisting in your life. When you say affirmations in your mind, you're trying to say things to change the current moment, make it very natural, easygoing. If it's a very stressful thing that you are experiencing, try soothing self-talk. I like using the terminology self-talk better than affirmations. Affirmations sounds like something you're reading out of a book over and over again. Self-talk feels like something like a natural dialogue you're having with yourself throughout the day. So it's like a dialogue. Really, that's all affirmations are supposed to do, is supposed to alter that natural dialogue. The problem is, and where affirmations don't work, is when we say them for a certain set amount of time at a certain time during the day, and then we go back to our usual train of thinking throughout the rest of the day, and then it doesn't produce any results. I like to say spontaneous affirmations that feel like natural forms of self-talk because it makes me feel confident. And if you're seeing the opposite, open yourself up to the lesson. Admit that it's temporary. Admit there's a reason instead of feeling like the victim who has to endure the opposite. Say, you know what, there's a reason in this. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and I'll be a better person for it. Are affirming and question forms more effective? Yes, I think they are. Like ask formations. I like that. Ask formations. I think they are in question form more effective, and I'm going to tell you why. Please, if you have only been limiting yourself to I am affirmations, please just experiment with other affirmations. The reason why question forms, question mark, uh, is because it asks you something that you have to answer. So it's almost like you are prompting yourself to contemplate on the idea. And when we contemplate on something, we give it deliberate focus, we give it fuel, momentum. It better sticks in our subconscious because we are posing a question. It's also very gentle, like, what if this could resolve in my life? What if there was something to be gained from this challenge? What if this could resolve within the next few hours without me even having to lift a finger? Like, it prompts you to start thinking things automatically and feeling things automatically that feel very gentle, easy, normal, natural. The ego, your fear voice, the voice of anxiety has less room to kind of slam you down. Ask, pose ideas, allow yourself to expand and dwell and focus. Like, we tend to contemplate fears so easily. Like, if you're afraid something is going to happen and you're trying to prevent it from happening, the thing that you don't want in your life, the challenge, the circumstance, if you allowed your mind to kind of run wild, it would just approach it from all different angles and approach it from this way, that way, you telling other people that this bad thing happened, you being afraid, like it's going to just pick it apart. So many different dimensions. Why can't we contemplate the things we want with such a passion, such a, determined sense of being? Contemplation. So yes, ask, allow. It allows you to imagine by default. That's why I kind of like scripting better than visualizing, because when you script, it's like you're prompting yourself to automatically visualize something. So again, it kind of It allows it to sink in on a deeper level. Now, this is not to say that I am affirmations are bad in any way. Just don't limit yourself. Don't think that that's what all that manifesting is. Manifesting is not just saying I am affirmations all day long. Like, we want to adjust our natural way of talking to ourselves and our self-concept, how we see ourselves. And that involves so many different things that happen throughout the day, that happen as a part of our life, not separate from our life. So you don't want to say like I am affirmations for an hour and then live your old life. You want it to be one together. Luna, you do a wonderful job on your videos and have such a pretty voice. Thank you, Luna. I just love the time and effort you put into these. Sending you so many blessings, beautiful girl. That was so nice. That made me so happy. Thank you so much. Crazy Jazzy. My boyfriend isn't getting a job. Okay. How will he get one? I pray really hard. Okay. He's not getting selected anywhere. He is devastated and feels like ending his life. Oh my God. Okay, this one's serious. Okay, please, if you're really worried about him ending his life, and this goes for anyone, please do something about it. I had this happen once. My best friend, who actually ended up ending her life, but she threatened it on many occasions. And I did contact the authorities. When her life finally did end, I had no sort of prior knowledge that this was going to happen. There was nothing I could have done about it. But on the other occasions where she threatened, I definitely did alert the authorities. It's better to alert the authorities and be wrong than having wished you would have. So please, this is like a public service announcement. If you are worried about if anyone has ever joked around about ending their life, they're doing it for a reason. Please get them help. You don't want to regret it later that you could have done something. Okay, so he's not getting a job. Now you can manifest on behalf of him. You can, because he is in your life. He is an important part of your world. Him getting a job is going to affect your life just as much as it is going to affect his. So I want you to see him at his best. And I want you to imagine and envision everyone who is in the hiring process, seeing the best in him too, seeing potential in him, seeing him as an asset to whatever the job is. So I want you to start kind of celebrating in advance, and you can be sort of a role model to him, a strong influence. So when he is feeling devastated, I want you to comfort him, soothe him, kind of even say like loving, gentle affirmations to him. Like, you know what? It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Our day will come. Okay. And just, be a source of comfort and love and light. So, if he doesn't get a job, well, a better one is coming. There's a better one meant for him. And you could even kind of work him through what it would feel like to be at that job. So kind of talk it through with him. Like, let's imagine you waking up in the morning and having someplace to go and having a paycheck and being able to pay off our bills, and how much we'll celebrate and see him as a success already. But again, the circumstance isn't going to remain forever in your life. He's going to get hired. In fact, there's a perfect person right now that like really needs what he has to offer and is going to beg to pay him. Is this similar to your what if affirmations? Quanster, yes, my what if affirmations. There's a reason why I developed that. And I developed it because I was feeling so much anxiety that literally the only thing that could make me feel better was to pose what ifs that were so elaborate that they just made me smile. And I didn't even really have to believe hard in them. It was like a what if. And then I automatically envisioned it and I automatically felt the relief of it. And I got results within an hour. You can get results quick too. Alexita is just retracting all these messages. Okay. Oh, Bella gave me a tip. Thank you. It's much appreciated. The cats will receive that. All of my foster cats. That's where Jazzy came from. Luna hasn't been rescued yet. So let's all set an intention that I can adopt out all of my current foster cats so I can go rescue a ton more. If you would like to follow all of my adventures on Instagram, PJ's Kitty Rescue, and you can see who I've rescued, who's gotten adopted, how everyone's doing. Post little stories every single day. I was okay, crazy jazzy. Oh, Cat is here. Okay, let's see. Oh, geez, I lost my okay. DJ Icebreaker. Hi. Sergio. Hi. Sergio. Dominique. How do you change your self-concept? It's really paying attention to how you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself. And the amazing thing is that you can actually feel differently about yourself before you've accomplished anything. And this is not something I used to think I was allowed to do. Like, I thought I could only feel good about myself if, I had a boyfriend that loved me. I thought I could only feel good about myself if I was making $70,000 a year. I'm talking about, like, way back. Way back when I didn't have these things. I just was saying $70,000 a year, though, because I used to think that was a ton of money. That was like an unreachable number for me. I long ago surpassed that number. But when you're making $12,000 a year, like $70,000 a year sounds rich and sounds out of reach. Like, it sounds like, whoa. If I was making this much money, like, all my problems would be gone. Um, but I didn't think that I could feel accomplished unless I had things to show for it. Like, unless I owned my own home. I wasn't accomplished if I was living with my grandmother. Little did I know is I could feel accomplished already, and then life would respond to that. See, life is responding to you. So if you never decide to feel better about yourself, and that happens through listening to how you currently talk to yourself. So it isn't necessarily, and again, this is very similar to the affirming thing. This isn't necessarily telling yourself lies and saying, oh, you are successful already, because that might feel weird. I mean, you can do that, but listen to your intuition, like what feels good to say in your mind. But what definitely feels good to say in your mind is to stop berating yourself, stop bullying yourself. Like, if you are telling yourself things that you wouldn't tell your best friend or your grandmother, please stop, because that is going to lower your self concept. Also, soothe yourself through these things. Like, maybe you haven't accomplished anything yet, but that doesn't mean you won't. You're not destined to be a failure your entire life. But self concept has to do with posing the suggestion, again, a question mark, posing the suggestion that my life doesn't have to stay bad forever. And I can feel better about myself already, or I can at least stop reinforcing the bad things I feel about myself. I can at least stop calling myself names. I can at least stop seeing myself as a failure. Maybe I can't see myself as a success yet, but I can at least hit the pause button, hit the light switch off, hit the stop on reinforcing that I'm an idiot. And since you're already abundance, light, and love, by default, your self concept will improve and life will start responding to you in new ways. He's the same guy who I manifested seeing your videos. Then you can manifest the job. I think this is crazy jazzy. Yes, you can manifest the job. I promise. I mean that. Alexita, again, a message retracted. Nice on Got Talent DJ Icebreaker. Okay. Hi, love you too, Kat. Alexita, another message retracted. Imagine had she not retracted all these messages, we'd actually have something to talk about. I was once blocked by him, and now he really loves me. Okay, let's do another one, crazy jazzy. He was once without a job. Now he's making millions of dollars for us, and we're living the high life. How's that one sound? Stacy Laura, thank you. It will be positive. Kushbu? I'm positive I said that wrong. How to actually handle negative emotions. Okay, when you have to or are forced to deal with negative people. You know what? If there are negative people in your life, I know it sucks. I know you'd rather not be around them, but they can't take anything away from you. They can't negatively influence you. They are not even a reflection of you. Like, they're negative because they're unhappy with themselves. That's why they're being negative. Negative people happen because, well, they're disappointed. They don't know how to change their lives, and so they're lashing out. There's a lot of unhappy people in this world, so feel bad for them. Try to be, a radiating source of love. We gravitate towards the people who are happy because we all want to be happy. That isn't to say to allow them to drain you, but just try to allow whatever they're saying or doing to go in one ear and out the other. Like, it cannot harm you. It is okay. Like, negative emotions, there's this misconception, and I'm not saying you should, necessarily surround yourself with negative things all the time because it kinda bums you out after a while, but, like, if you hear a negative song on the radio, don't, like, automatically switch it off because you think it's gonna somehow impress your subconscious that you want bad things to happen. If you watch a movie where bad things happen to a character and it has a really sad ending, you didn't just impress your subconscious that you wanted these things to happen to yourself. If there's negative people around you, you're not, like, accidentally impressing your subconscious. Like, I feel like the subconscious is a lot more intelligent than we give it credit for. We're exposed to negative things all the time, and, well, those things don't all just flood into the subconscious and manifest. So, my subconscious is intelligent. So is yours. And if you're having a negative emotion, listen to the theme instead of just being overcome by the negativity. Try to take a powerful, strong move. Listen to what the negative voice is telling you. How can I better heal this part of me that's screaming at me that wants me to listen? If you can approach it in a very mindful, calm, loving way, I bet you anything you'll feel better and you'll heal whatever part of you is seeking for your attention. Things will get better, and maybe even the negative people in your life will start getting better too. How to dilute negative emotions other than just affirming self love. You will never dilute negative emotions by affirming self love. That isn't to say to not talk kind to yourself, but if you're talking kind to yourself to try to get rid of the negative voice, like you have to almost like have a conversation with the negative voice and recognize it's there. Don't try to cover it up or bully it out of your mind or delete it from your mind or erase it. Um, that's just going to cause chaos. So, I think one of the best things to do is to recognize that negative emotions can actually be a teacher. They can be something good. Like, how often do we label negative emotions as bad? They're bad. We have to get rid of them. How about just listen? It's teaching me something. Everything's a positive force in my life, even a negative emotion. And just listen to it and be like, oh, okay. Maybe there's a part of me that needs a hug. Give it a hug. I bet you anything, then the self love feelings will come naturally. Like, let happiness be a natural extension of peace. Okay, Kat has a question for me. So, I have some clients I like, but the work is so so. I am 100% ready for new insight coaching clients ASAP. What is your insight for me to get insight clients? It's a lot of insight. Hopefully, I'm insightful. I want you to first recognize that the clients you need are out there and they are ready and willing to pay you money. In fact, they are manifesting you. They need you. Like, you provide something that no one else can provide. Like, I can't provide what you're providing. You are unique and perfect and special in your own way. And you've gone through your life experience. You have certain knowledge to share, certain people's lives to touch. And you are an asset. You are valuable. And I would continue being open and ready, but recognize that these people exist. Like, you're open for receiving new clients, but you may feel like they're just not out there because they haven't found you yet. So start becoming kind of like a vibrational match, like a magnet, where they have to find you because you recognize they're out there. They're easily sort of being exposed to you in whatever form, like the universe is leading the way for them to find you. It's very exciting. And just feel it as a natural extension of what your life is, the path that you are walking. You can even imagine yourself walking down a path and coming across these people, and they've got money in their hands. And you are helping them fix whatever problem is in their life. So honestly, you are fixing, I'm guessing insight clients, you have insight to offer them. So this is like so much more valuable than whatever they are paying you. In fact, you're probably selling yourself short. They should probably pay you more. Maybe they'll give you tips on top of it. But the amazing thing is that Like, they'll find you, you'll change their lives, then they'll tell other people, and you'll get more clients, and it'll just snowball. Gina, I use what ifs from now on. I love it. Thank you. Okay, let's answer one more from Kat. This channel has 500 subs. My other channel is 4550, but it's my dancing channel. I should check out your dancing channel. It sounds like fun. So I have two different genres, but I am ready to being as a coach now. Okay. I would fully commit yourself to the channel that you want to explode. Don't necessarily focus on the channel that you think has a better chance of growing. I mean, it sounds like, the dancing channel has been growing more, but I mean, honestly, 4,000 really isn't that much anyway. So why can't your other channel, and honestly, subs really have nothing to do with it. The interesting thing is that maybe YouTube used to work on subs, but now it's like it doesn't matter if you have 5 million subs or 500 subs. Like if you have good content, it'll get pushed out regardless. That's the funny thing about YouTube is like I may have nearly 200,000 subscribers, but when I release a video, it does not go out to all of those people. It just goes out. So it goes out in the same level as someone that has 200 subs or someone that has no subs. Like it really does. So let's just take the subs out of the equation. And instead, what do you want to do? What do you feel passionate about? The message that you feel inspired to speak? And just put your heart and soul into it. It will be seen, it will be heard, and the people that need you to fix their life will appear in your path. Remember, you're walking down that path, and they have money to pay you so that you can buy that car. Whatever else you want. Luna, I love you, Luna. You're most welcome. Let's see. How do you live in the end with an SP? I'm going to answer this question and then close up for the day. Dominique Wilson. You live in the end with an SP the same way you live in the end with anything else, and that is feeling relief. The baggage is gone because you've attained what you wanted. Think of a memory right now of something you really badly wanted. I like to think of something I really wanted on Christmas morning. It's like, oh my God, I got it. I'm like flying. Like I feel relief because I got exactly what I wanted. So it was like all that anticipation is gone and I can just breathe easily. Or like when I was trying to pass a test or something like that and I got it. Like, it's that feeling. That's all it is. Living in the end is just allowing yourself to feel that as much as possible. And if you're trying to manifest something, you may feel like this grasping struggle. Like, I got to do things to make it happen. No, just breathe a sigh of relief. That's it. That's it. Feel that peace. Okay. I love you. I love you all. I know you will manifest money because I set that intention. Catch me on the next live show. My inner circle does get advanced knowledge. Keep that in mind. Studywithveronica.com is where you get the free course. Coaching calls available for a limited time more. I'm not going to say when they're going to discontinue, but it will happen very soon. Get someone to do what you want course, which can be for love, it can be for clients, it can be for anything. Have a wonderful day. May all of your dreams come true. They were meant for you.